Welcome back, my students, to a brand new episode of Comic Class. In today's lesson, I was re-looking at Stan Lee and Steve Ditko's The Amazing Spider-Man issue 22, and this one deals with the Clown, which is a member of the Ringmaster group that we got to see. That the Ringmasters group was the antagonist for, I think it was issue 16, which was the Daredevil Spider-Man team up. And yeah, they basically have come back in this issue, and Spider-Man's gonna have to fight against them. So it should be a really interesting story. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's story. Let's go. Real quick, guys, if you want to help me get more videos out faster, you can donate to the channel at the Cash App down below. This helps me treat these videos more like a job and will help the channel and videos to grow and come out more often. I appreciate anyone who donates or doesn't donate, and don't feel like you have to be a fan of the channel. You can still show your support by liking and commenting on the video, and with that out of the way, hope you enjoyed the video. So this story basically starts off with the Ringmaster basically getting out of jail after serving his time, and Spider-Man pays him a visit and basically sees that he's in this meeting with the rest of his gang, and Spider-Man just wants to make sure that the Ringmaster is not going to go back to his life of crime, and Spider-Man takes the Ringmaster's hat from him and sticks a spider tracer, it seems, on it. That way he'll be able to find the Ringmaster if stuff starts to go wrong in the city. And so he can keep an eye on him, basically a tap on him. Now, the Ringmaster basically goes back to his meeting with his fellow crime people, and his people basically turn on him and basically say they don't want him to be their master anymore, their leader, because of them almost, going to jail. I'm not sure if they went to jail the first time or it was just the Ringmaster, but if they did, they're all out. And they're basically saying that they want the Clown to be the leader, and they basically beat up the Ringmaster, the Clown does, as well as the other members of the circus group, and they basically tell the Ringmaster to basically take a hike. So they basically form a new group with the Clown being their leader now. Now you get to see that Peter basically has interactions with Liz Allen, as well as we get to see interactions with Betty Brant and how their relationship is going, and they basically are heading to an art museum to basically do some coverage for the newspaper of J. Jonah Jameson. And while this is going on, this art museum thing, someone tries to steal one of the paintings, from the art museum, and this is the Clown's circus game. So J. Jonah Jameson basically tries to save the painting, but gets hit in the head by one of the circus members that uses like the metal armor, and basically knocks him out cold. So the police basically get J. Jonah Jameson to the hospital and get an ambulance to come for him. And Betty's basically worried that, something bad might happen to him, but she's just hoping for the best. And Peter basically is able to get away from that situation and get into his Spider-Man outfit, try to find out if the Ringmaster is behind it. Eventually, he goes to the Ringmaster and is able to use his hypnotizing hat to hypnotize the Ringmaster to find out that the Clown is actually the one pulling the strings this time. And he basically goes to go confront the Clown and his circus gang. So when Spider-Man arrives, he basically gets in a battle with the circus gang. We get a lot of cool action scenes with Spider-Man taking on the entire crew. Eventually, Princess Python basically grabs him, and Spider-Man doesn't want to hit a woman, so she basically tries to use that to her advantage to get the other people to gang up on him and attack him. And yeah, overall it's a really cool scene. Eventually we get to see that the Ringmaster basically gets out of his hypnosis, and we get to see that J. Jonah Jameson is doing better in the hospital and basically trying to recover, where Betty is trying to figure out where exactly Peter went after he left the museum. And the fight is basically continuing between Spider-Man and the circus gang. Eventually, Princess Python tries to seduce Spider-Man and basically tells him that they should take the money that they're going to get from this art together, but basically Spider-Man refuses, and the Clown basically sees what's happening and isn't happy that his teammate basically, or his underling, since he's a leader, is trying to get one over him. Now, Princess Python basically puts Spider-Man into this room, or lures him into this room, where her giant python that she controls is in, and Spider-Man gets into a fight with it and is basically able to outmaneuver it with his spider-like agility and get the snake to basically knot around itself. Or, I'm not sure if that's how it happens, or Spider-Man basically puts into a knot, but it basically is defeated by Spider-Man, and Spider-Man goes after Princess Python. Eventually, the clown is basically trying to make an escape by himself, trying to take all the art for himself, get the paint by himself, whenever the Ringmaster basically comes behind him and swats him behind the head, basically knocking him out. And the Ringmaster takes the art that, the clown had, is basically going to go cash in on it when the police arrive to take them all in to jail, basically. Now, Princess Python's confronted by Spider-Man, who's behind her, and the police are basically right in front of her, and Spider-Man basically leads her to the police and heads out. Eventually, Peter basically goes to see J. Jonah Jameson, who has healed from the hospital or woken up and seems to be fine. And the issue ends with Peter basically giving J. Jonah Jameson shots he took of him versus the circus people. And Betty's basically wondering where exactly Peter had went, and she basically finds out that, he had taken pictures of the circus people against Spider-Man. And they basically have a really cool joke moment between each other, J. Jonah Jameson and Peter. And Betty's basically happy to hear this and hear this joke. And they basically go back to the art exhibit to take some pictures of, I guess, the art itself. So that's really cool. And, the issue's final panels basically show Peter coming home very late with Aunt May basically mad at him that he never really stays out that late without calling her first. And that's how the issue ends, with Spider-Man basically saying that how would she feel if she found out that he was Spider-Man. That she would definitely worry a lot more that her, taking care of nephew basically is a vigilante Spider-Man, costume superhero Spider-Man. And that's how the issue ends. And yeah, that was Stan Lee and Stage Goes The Amazing Spider-Man issue 22, which is titled The Clown and His Masters of Menace. And overall, it was a really fun issue. There's not really much to take away from this. It's basically just a very feel-good issue with a little bit of a crime that Spider-Man had to stop. It doesn't really do much to develop more plot points or to kind of push Spider-Man's character or his supporting cast. It's mainly just here to have fun, and it does a really good job with that, and it was definitely fun to read and go through, and I definitely recommend you go check it out after you watch this video. Link in the description down below, go check it out on Comixology. And yeah, that's gonna be all until we cover The Amazing Spider-Man issue 23. I will see you guys next time. Until next video, God bless you. The next lesson, keep on reading those comments.